Are you currently going through life with the Israelite complex? Welcome to Unifier TV, where truth has no fear. Now, that question actually refers to the book of Exodus. In the book of Exodus, chapter 14, that's the story we all know and love about Moses parting the Red Sea so that the Israelites could escape the attack of the Egyptians and Pharaoh. It was such a powerful move of God that even the Egyptians recognized that they were protected by the Lord. That's the only way these things could have been happening for the Israelites, and they decided to go the other way. But we know how all that ended. Well, so where the complex comes in is here we are just 2 chapters later. I'm not sure how much time went by between chapter 14 and 16, but here we have the manna. That's when the manna came. Literally, God rained food from the sky. You know how many of us would have wished at some part in our lifetime, some of y'all might be going through that right now, where you would just do anything for God to just rain food from the sky right into your lap? I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been there plenty of times in my life. And I would have loved nothing more than for manna or anything of the sort to fall from the sky for 6 straight days. But they complained before that happened. Mind you, the Israelites were in the desert for 40 years. That's a long time to be walking, but the reason why they were out there so long is because they did nothing but complain. First, you have the Red Sea parted. Then you have the manna. Then here we are in chapter 17 of Exodus, where they were complaining again because they were thirsty. They were going off on Moses, and Moses told, look, you're not going off on me. You're actually being ungrateful towards the Lord. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what he told them. So they complained. After the Red Sea, after the manna, now they're thirsty. So you would think after witnessing all these miracles, all these blessings, that their faith for water would be second nature. But it wasn't. They complained. So God had Moses strike a rock so water can come from it, another miracle, so they could have something to drink. So a lot of us go through this Israelite complex where God will bless you, bring you through something just you never thought you could make your way out of. He makes a way out of no way. But then when something else happens, whether it be larger or smaller, we go through this Israelite phase where we start complaining again, start doubting, start questioning what we're going to do, start living in fear. But we forget about all the other things that God has done for us. Sometimes it happens way too easily. So no matter how big or how small, just know that God can and will do for you what he did for you the last time. He doesn't go back on his word. He is who he is. We have to get over this Israelite complex. Just have these reminders of, look, you know what? Last time I struggled like this or anything of the sort, or it doesn't even have to be anything of the sort. Last time I struggled, God came through. Sometimes it's a shorter period of time. Sometimes it's a longer period of time, but God always comes through if you maintain your faith and your focus. At the end of the day, these Israelites got way more than they technically deserved because they lived all 40 of those years in complaint. That whole trip, I believe, would have been a whole lot shorter if they had learned to walk by faith, literally walk by faith through those 40 years. It didn't have to be 40 years. We don't want to have that 40-year journey in our life. We don't want to continue to put off or sidestep the blessings that God is trying to deliver to us because we do nothing but complain and look at the negative, and then we forget. So let's focus today on who God is, what his promises are, and the fact that he never goes back on his word. What was the last thing that God delivered you out of? And what was the last moment that you can remember where God blessed you, where you had no idea what you were going to do? Comment that in the comment section, and let's use that as our reminder of why we can never let ourselves develop the Israelite complex.